Hi there, my name is Donna Toski and I'm the founder of the Spark Relationship Success System, and what I do is I minimize struggle and conflict within couples and maximize connection and fun. And today I want to talk to you about two things. One is pick your battles, and the second is watch careful how we're taking things for granted. Okay, this is what I want to say. So a couple of weeks ago, my mother-in-law passed away, and it was kind of an emotional couple of weeks. I have two mom-in-laws, for those of you who know me, and one mom-in-law is from my first, my former husband, and then my second mom-in-law, Marilyn, that's with Jason. That's Jason's mom. So it was my first one, Christine, and she was 94 years old, and we all expect that that's what's going to happen to people who are older, and yet when it happens, you never know what's going to show up for you, and I didn't know what was going to show up for me. I mean, it was cool in that we had just done a couples retreat, and it was awesome, and I was pumped and high about that, and then the very next day, my daughter calls me and says, we have to go see Kokum. Kokum's in the hospital and she's dying, and this is going to be your one last chance. And that's how it goes, hey? In life, that's how it goes, circumstances. And we never really know what's going to happen. We can't control those circumstances. So anyway, went to the hospital and saw her, and she passed away the next morning. And then, all the services start, and memorial and funeral and all that stuff. And then I found myself going through photographs, because we were compiling some photographs for kind of a slideshow that we were going to do. And my story is that some time ago, I was married, and I was in a 14-year marriage, and it didn't end very well. And we split, and that was kind of the beginning of my journey in being a relationship strategist, and now a coach and a facilitator for couples. But anyway, I'm going through these photographs that were there from 14 years. And a lot came up for me. And, pick your battles, okay? So here's the thing. When somebody goes, either they leave, or they die, or they're gone, often we can, we've got regret. We can... we wonder, like, wow, could it have been better? What could I have done, or what did I miss? And isn't that the truth? When somebody passes away, we say, wow, I wish I would have told them I love them. I wish I would have spent more time with them, the I wish thing. And then, when we're together, like as a couple, we say, we can get annoyed, and we can get triggered, and our buttons are pushed, and we're ticked off, and it can be about everything. Like, we can live in perpetual upset. I get it. Stuff happens. We do stupid things. We say stupid things. But after a while, what you can do in a marriage, you just have this tone, and it's like yucky, and you're like dissatisfied. And everything is a big deal. And what I say is, you want to watch that not everything is a big deal, and that you can actually enjoy the good times, because they're all around you. Often you don't realize how much you're being given, and how much there is to actually satisfy you, but you can't see it. Often we're so focused on what's wrong and what's not working. And this bit about taking for granted, somebody can be giving to us, like Kokum, my mother-in-law reminds me, she's very committed to her family and always giving to her family. And often that's what's missing with couples, is this energy exchange, not just giving, but receiving, and then giving pleasure when you've received what it was you wanted. And I talk about this exchange in my work. And I'll just give you an example of that, in that I was walking down the street and I was going to a crosswalk. Well, a crosswalk, the traffic has to stop, right? The traffic has to stop. But as I was crossing this crosswalk, I turned and I actually looked at the driver and I waved, and a big smile and kind of mouth like, thank you. Big difference, right? Person has to stop anyway. Okay, big deal. He has to stop. The person walks across. Everybody's ignoring everybody, as opposed to the person has to stop anyway, and that he stopped for me, so I can receive that. Like, hey, he actually did something for me, you know, even if he had to do it. He did something for me. And turn and say, wow, like, thank you. We take for granted that our partner is giving to us more than we realize. And when I went through those photographs of 13 or 14 years, I could see that. I could see all the things that, you know, that my former husband had set up for us, all the things that we had done with the kids together, all the, you know, the holidays and the vacations. And it was like, wow, where was I? And I think what I was doing was I was just busy focusing on what it was I didn't like. So much so that I missed a lot of experiencing things that were great and that I did like. And rather than keeping that to myself, sharing that, like, wow, this is great. Thanks for setting up this holiday, and thanks for doing that. And it can even get down to something so simple as, if you know you've got to eat dinner, and somebody's got to cook the dinner, and I usually, let's say I always cook the dinner, and then Jason cooks the dinner, so I could say, well, what's the big deal? We've got to eat dinner anyway. I always cook dinner. Why should I have to make a big deal about Jason cooking dinner? But this is what couples miss. You have so many opportunities to be thankful for what it was that your partner gave you. And what I'm always saying in my work is, they make a big deal of that stuff. It's that energy exchange that you're missing. Put some energy. You want to get some energy, some great energy into your relationship. That's the way to do it. You know, wow, thanks for making dinner, Jason. Even though somebody's got to make dinner and it's his turn. Who cares? Anyway, my name is Donna Toski. Like to hear your comments. Leave a comment below. It's raining here in Canmore, and I got to get out of the rain or under umbrella. Peace.